This is a Joe Rogan painting I did about 2 years ago, maybe. I'm at my parents' house in their backyard, and this painting has been sitting back here for 2 years. So there's a bicycle trail that runs behind their house, and it's been 10 years ago I started putting art on their fence back here. And anyway, there's hundreds of paintings out here. I'll show you guys some of them in a second, but here's the Joe Rogan I painted. I actually forgot that I painted it, and it just popped into my head yesterday, and I was like, shit, I'm gonna come over here and grab this thing. And then, so what I do back here is I was doing portraits of people and then putting usually mostly positive quotes on them, and I started sticking them up. So this quote from Joe Rogan, I don't know where I got it, but it says, excellence in anything increases your potential in everything. Joe Rogan. And then there's another painting behind here of Morgan Freeman. The best way to guarantee a loss is to quit. So it's like a motivational thing. Don't ever quit, you know what I mean? Morgan Freeman. So I'm gonna take this painting, since Joe Rogan is in the news so much, and maybe I can redo the quote on there. Maybe I'll write something on there, I don't know. Maybe I can sell it. Who knows? So let's go out here and look at some of the art. If you dig on this page deep enough, this page used to be called Paint the Trail. Now it's Paint the Trump, and I've been doing Trump stuff for a couple years now. So if you dig deep enough in my videos, you'll see all the artwork back here. I've done several videos of me painting the art, of me coming out here and installing the art and all that kind of stuff. So the gate is actually Marilyn Monroe painting. This used to be full of art here, but the guy's fence rotted and he had to replace it. But halfway down on his fence, it's filled with art. And then you skip a property, and then I did that whole fence down there. And then you skip a property, and another whole section is done. If you walk down about a half a mile on the right-hand side, there's 600 feet of art on the right-hand side. You go around the bend here, I did a whole section of art there on that next fence, and then you go about 3/4 to a mile or another mile down. From there, there's 2 more sections. I used to have 7 tenths. At one point, there was 7 tenths of a mile of artwork out here. And I started doing this in 2012, so like 10 years ago. And when I first started doing it, I used interior house paint. So this Jack Nicholson painting is just shredded because it's not really, interior paint isn't made to be used outside. Lucille Ball. But for interior house paint, it still looks pretty good. Audrey Hepburn. There's the Joker. Kiss. So my parents live here, so 10 years ago, I started putting paintings up here, and I'd come up here early in the morning or late as the sun was going down, and I'd screw a painting in and get out of here. Here's a chalkboard. There's chalk, people can write on it. John Lennon. Cheech and Chong. It's falling apart out here. And I used to come out here and clean up all of the like overgrowth and stuff, and I'd mend the fences and fix stuff. And man, I haven't put a painting out here in about 2.5 years, maybe 3 years. Ever since I went down the Trump rabbit hole, I haven't come back out, and I haven't done anything out here. See how the fence is kind of falling apart? I don't plan on doing any more out here either. I don't know if you can see this, but that's Michael Jackson's Thriller, and then when you walk by it, it turns into a zombie Michael Jackson. I spent a lot of time and a lot of money doing this art out here. Look at this Betty White painting. See that? Betty White. I probably did this 7 years ago. And this is like a cutout. It's like a photo op. You stand behind here. I don't think I can reach out far enough, but it's a muscle man. And then this was another cutout photo op. Cutout of the Beatles. George Carlin, Three Stooges, Rolling Stones. Yeah, so my page was called Paint the Trail. Because I was putting art on this trail. I didn't know what to call it. And so many people kept trying to find it that eventually, if you Google map, Paint the Trail, and now it pops up. Here's another photo op where you can stand back here and you get wings in your picture. I even have a little stand to put your phone. I don't know if I want to walk all the way down here and show you another section, but the next section down here, what the hell, I'll just walk down here. The next section is all animal art. So essentially you skip a yard and then there's more art down here. So there used to be 7/10 of a mile of art out here, and then Hurricane Irma came through and demolished 2 sections or 3 sections, and I had to take the art down. So I've had art out here for 10 years, and none of it's ever been vandalized, except one of the last paintings I put up maybe 3 years ago was this orangutan, and somebody came out here and spray painted Trump on it. That's the only time anything's ever been vandalized. As you can see, the fencing that the art is on is just falling apart. So at some point, the homeowners are gonna have to just chuck everything, because I don't have time to fix all this stuff. The lighting isn't very good right now, so it's kind of hard to make some of this stuff out just because the light sucks. But I think I spent 5 years in my spare time creating all this art out here, and most of it still looks pretty good. Here's another photo op where you turn around in the butterfly wings. You know, you just stand here and do a selfie. Okay, so this painting here is another one of those paintings that changes when you walk by. You can see it's an elephant. This is an elephant, and when you walk by it, changes into a rhinoceros. Yeah. See how that works? Paintings still look pretty good. The lighting isn't good right here, so it's kind of... Yeah, so some of this art has been sitting out here for 10 years. See how it's all falling apart? And then if you were to follow this trail way down there, as the trail takes that left-hand turn, there's more art on both sides of the trail. And It's in bad shape. Where the trail takes a turn down there, I probably haven't even been down there in 2.5 years. So, and the art was looking real bad then. So, because it sits in the direct sun, and the sun just beats the hell out of it. Where this art is shaded by all the trees, it just seems to last forever. And a lot of this was painted with interior house paint too, which isn't good if you're going to leave it outside. Yeah, so I have a Paint the Trail Facebook page. The whole time I was doing the art here, you can go on there too and see strictly videos of me painting and putting art up here on this trail. But I essentially, like I said, went down the Trump rabbit hole and I haven't come back out. And I haven't been on my Facebook page in easily a couple years. I pretty much just stopped putting the art out here. There's probably a lot of people that are wondering what happened to me. All right, I'll show you one more quick section. If I was gonna walk through and show you all the art, it'd probably take me an hour. Isn't that crazy? And there's no rhyme or reason to the art that's out here. It's just kind of whatever I felt like painting. Essentially, I kept out anything political or religious. You know what I mean? Like I always had people asking me to paint Jesus or something, but if I did that, then I'd have people wanting me to paint Allah and shit, crap like that, and I didn't want to step in that pothole, if that makes any sense. These are more transitional paintings. Ugh. There's some paintings that I hate to have something happen to them, you know what I mean? Like Chris Kyle, you know. So, like I said, at some point, because I'm not doing any more maintenance out here or painting anymore, anything else out here, but they'll have to chuck them or something because I haven't anywhere to put them. I don't want them, but there's been this weird respect for the art. Like I said, that only that one painting in 10 years has ever been vandalized. That's it. This Chris Kyle. Yeah, it's looking a little rough, but it's still in pretty good shape. These are memorial paintings. If you came out here and looked at this art, you'd find a lot of these memorial paintings where I'd paint people's loved ones that passed away. These are two of them right here. So this is supposed to be the TARDIS machine or whatever. It's actually the gate that goes into the homeowner's property. I used to have it all decked out with the light. I had a solar powered light that turned on at night. But man, the whole place is falling apart out here. This section is really bad. This is what it looks like when somebody doesn't come out and do maintenance. I used to come out here and weed eat all of this down and again fixed up the fence to make sure it was standing up nice and tall. And if you look at these paintings, they're just falling apart. At some point they're gonna come looking for me and it's gonna turn into an eyesore or something out here, you know. So far no one said anything though. There's the South Park guys. You almost can't even make out what the art is back there. It's faded out real bad. Like this is the Monty Python guys right there. But Some of the stuff is faded really bad, and pickets are falling off of them. This whole fence is caved in. I was out here one day, this is probably 8 years ago, real close to where I'm at now. Might even been in this tree right here. There were 2 bear cubs up in the tree, and I saw them, and like an idiot, I went up to videotape them, not even thinking about the mama bear, and the mama bear was somewhere in the bushes over here, and like snorted at me and scared the shit out of me, and I just walked away, and luckily I didn't get mauled. Bob Ross. Elon Musk, check it out. I forgot I painted him. There's another memorial painting. There's Robert Plant. Tesla. Isn't that funny? Tesla. I did this, I probably painted these guys 7 or 8 years ago. I should have put Tesla next to Nikola Tesla. I should have put next to Elon. Elon needs to open up his own social media. I heard there's rumors going around that he might do that. Anyway, I just came out here to do a little video on the Joe Rogan painting, but I wasn't planning on giving everybody a tour. There's a whole lot more art down that way, and a whole lot more down that way that you haven't seen, but I'm not going all the way down there. Maybe one of these days I'll do it. Yeah, so on Facebook and YouTube, like, I'm in danger of being, being kicked off of there. And what sucks is I've had this YouTube channel for, I don't know, like 15 years, where I've done all my artwork and posted videos, and there's a whole story behind me doing this art out here. And if I get booted, then all of that gets erased. You know, the whole history of why I started painting out here and all the cool things that happened to me while I was doing the art, it'd be all gone. You know, it's not cool to cancel people. Yeah, 10 years ago when I started painting out here, I don't remember there being any type of cancel culture. You know, freedom of speech was pretty much intact back then, from what I remember. Not anymore. This thing hanging up here was a temporary piece that I had sitting out there. If you want to see kind of a funny video when you're talking about history of me doing this art on this trail. It's a long story, but there was some grown-up dude drawing penises on the chalkboard, and there's a video out there called Catching a Perv. Catching a Perv. If you look that up on YouTube, you'll see this was about 8 years ago, maybe, I don't know. And I staked the guy out, waited for him, and I busted him drawing penises on that chalkboard out there, and it's kind of a funny video. So check that out. Joe Rogan. I'm gonna take this painting home. I'm gonna redo, I think I'm gonna redo the quote on there. Can you guys think of something good that I should be writing on there? I'm defending Joe Rogan, but I'm pissed off at him at the same time, because I feel like he bent the knee and he should have just defended himself. So, did you guys hear that Rumble made him an offer, $100 million to come over to Rumble? They said they won't censor him at all. But Joe Rogan censored himself. He pulled 71 videos down, which he shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. You know, he didn't do anything wrong. Don't apologize if you don't do anything wrong. What should I write on there? So I don't know if this painting is probably too big to ship. 3 feet wide by 6 feet tall. I don't know. I might be able to cut it at the bottom Maybe a little bit up the top. If I can make it big enough to ship, I don't know. We'll see. I need a good quote though. What's up?
Let's go, Brandon.
What'd you say? What the
Let's
hell's
go,
that?
Brandon. It's a bug.
A leaf bug.
Yeah, it sure is.
Weird. Yeah.
No, he flies.
Yeah.
He flies pretty good.
That's crazy. We got some weird bugs here in Florida. This is Gramps. So what do you think of the Build Back Better program of Joe Biden?
I've never seen a Build Back Better hat. Let's see some Let's Go Brandon hats.
Yeah, let's go Brandon. Anyways.
Got to get rid of him.
Yeah.
All of them.
That guy's a dope. It's the Great Reset, Gramps. It's you will be poor and like it.
Yep.
I don't know anybody that likes that plan. Like, share, follow.
If you lie to these Democrats enough, they'll believe it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Democrats, they aren't known for their brain power.
Nope.
No doubt about it.
Democrat.
Dumbassocrats.